Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update because there's several things that I do want to cover, including the 7 Deadly Sins collaboration. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, so the very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the new mission pass. So this is season 28. Now this mission pass specifically is absolutely crazy because they're giving you the Divine Dancer as well as the Divine Priest outfits. Now these outfits used to cost a lot of money. The Divine Dancer B over here, I actually spent like 10 million to buy. And you're getting it for free, and it's giving you 2 copies as well, so it unlocks for the entire account. So that is actually really awesome. Now on top of that, at tier 20, don't forget that you do get the renewed resolve ticket. So this is the new SG Scratch Selector Ticket. So if there is anything that you want from the current SG Scratch which just came out, you can just focus on your weeklies as well as your dailies so that you can progress to tier 20 from the mission pass, and then pick whatever you want from the new SG Scratch. There are some new awesome outfits as well as emotes such as Dance 13 over here. I am a big fan of this dance over here because it looks absolutely derpy with my derp reindeer, and I love it. Now on top of that, there is also Manon's hairstyle, the new hairstyle, which is actually pretty awesome, and there's just a bunch of really cool stuff. Remember, all of the items with new next to it are all of the new items, because keep in mind the way the SG Scratch works is there are like the old SG Scratch items are also in here as well. Now something else to keep in mind is they have added a ton of new vital gauges. So as we can see over here, illustration B of Manon, this one looks really nice. We've got this one, this is like the new cyberpunk type of a trailer that they kind of use the artwork. We've got Nadare as well, and then we've got the fighter, I believe. I think this is the fighter. I don't remember this character's name. And then we've also got the cast. So it's pretty cool that we've got a bunch of stuff over here. We also get Song of Morning. So this is the music CD sung by Manon. My Alliance actually changed to this music CD. So if you do want to give it a listen, just come to my Alliance bases if you're on ship 2, and you'll be able to hear the entirety of the song before you decide whether you want it or not. Now, other than that, there is also the Manon Superfan shield. This caught me totally off guard. I did not expect them to have a shield like this. It's actually super high quality. Like when you zoom in, you can see the artwork. It's like really high res, which is actually pretty cool. And then we've also got a bunch of stamps over here. We've got all Manon stamps. So I'm guessing that the next SG Scratch, which comes in March, is going to be all Aina. I think that's probably going to be what they're going to do. But nevertheless, this SG Scratch is pretty good. There's quite a few items that I do want. And then of course, when we come to the scratch count bonus, it's relatively short. You know, there's only 40 scratches in order to get everything. But the main thing is going to be at 30, flaunting. Now, usually they do give you a motion item, like a motion dash or motion glide. However, this time it's just this one. However, I do like it because you get little jazz hands, which is pretty cute. Let's see what the type 2 does. The type 2, yeah, it's also jazz hands. So it's pretty cool. I do like this quite a bit. So I probably will pick this up just because jazz hands, you know. Now for those who are looking for a little bit of inspiration regarding the Divine Dancer outfit, this is actually my Divine Dancer outfit right here. If we look at the accessories that I used the rope ribbon, which we actually got for free from a, I think it was a mission pass. We also got the Bloom waist cape. I don't remember if this was free, but I think it was. I'm pretty confident that it was free, or it was like really cheap from the AC shop scratch or something. But I am using this. And then of course the Tenzan Yamagasa, this is the hat that I used all of last year. So this is the ship 3 look. It's relatively simple. As for the actual hairstyle that I used, it is the Duolante hair, and I did shorten it a little bit, colored it a little bit to like the pinkish white. So this was the final product. So if you are looking for, you know, you still want an oriental look, but you don't really know how to make it look nice, you can definitely just copy my look over here. I'm pretty happy with this look, actually. I think this one looks pretty dang good. And you essentially got most of the parts free other than the hat as well as the hairstyle. I think these two are probably the most expensive parts, especially the hairstyle, but you could probably make do with something else. So instead of using the Duolante hair, which is really expensive, you could use the Faria hairstyle instead. Now I know the front looks a little bit off over here, but that's because this, once you make it a little bit longer, it'll look a little bit more natural. And the nice thing about the Faria hair is it's actually two-toned, so you can actually have a little bit more customizability. So maybe you want like a purple hue to it, you can actually add that in. So, you know, there are a lot of other options that you can actually use in order to make this look really, really nice. But with all of that said and done, the next thing I want to cover is, of course, the 7 Deadly Sins collaboration. So if we look at the scratch count bonus over here, they're just a bunch of symbol stickers. I mean, I guess, sure. So there's no real reason to scratch an X amount of time for the scratch count bonuses unless you really want these stickers. I find it weird that they gave stickers and not tattoos. I thought that, you know, this would look really good if it was actually a tattoo that you can place on your character if you were a big 7 Deadly Sins fan, but unfortunately it just doesn't seem to be like that. But nevertheless, there are some really nice items in this collaboration. The main one is going to be the Idle Hawk. This is the one that I use a lot, you know, I'm currently using it. However, there is also the dash, which allows you to run around. So let me just show you that now. This is the dash. So there are no special effects. However, you know, you're just like zooming around. It looks really, really cool. You zoom super, super fast. So that looks pretty nice, especially with my derp reindeer. It just looks really dumb with the derp reindeer. However, the thing about the dash is it doesn't let you walk, even if you do plug in a controller. In order to walk, you actually need the emote, the 7 Deadly Sins Me and Hawk, and the type 1 variant makes you walk, as you can see over here. And you can actually use your keyboard or your controller to move left and right so that you can direct where Hawk is moving, which is pretty nice. However, there is also the secondary emote. This is the female variant, or the type 2, where you hug Hawk or you pet him, but in my case it looks like the reindeer's freaking consuming Hawk, so that's a little bit disturbing. But let me just change my outfit so that it doesn't look as silly. So let's go customize looks over here. We can switch back to our 2024 look. Boom. So now that we look normal, we can do that emote again. And as you can see right here, it looks pretty cute. You know, you're just hugging Hawk, you're petting him, and yeah, it's pretty nice. And then other than that, there are a metric butt ton of stamps. There's actually so many stamps, as well as vital gauges. So I do recommend picking up the vital gauges, especially if you're a fan of a specific character. Like, you know, I'm a big fan of Ban, I'm a big fan of Escanor, so I will definitely pick up these vital gauges. I don't know if I'll pick up all of them, but you know, they're just really, really cute. It's really unique, and it just looks super different. So that when you play with other people, they're gonna be like, oh my god, your vital gauge looks so cool. How did you get it? And then you could be like, hey, I got it for the collaboration. You know, when this collab goes away, I bet you these items over here will go up in value significantly. Maybe not the stamps. I don't think the stamps are going to go up in value, since most people don't really use stamps unless you're like me. They usually just use symbol arts instead. But as for the vital gauges, I do believe vital gauges do have some value, especially if you do decide to invest into them or just use them for yourself. Personally, I'm just going to use it for myself because I don't really invest into these type of things that much. The thing that I might invest into is like the weapon camo, since I'm going to buy the weapon camo anyway. So like the demon sword over here, I'll probably use this since it works for katana. And let's see how much it is right now. Yeah, it's 8 million right now, or 9 million. So I might buy this when the prices are a little bit more reasonable and just hold on to it, since I can use it and I can sell it whenever I want later down the line. I also haven't gotten the mag form Hawk yet. This is another thing that I also want because Hawk is like best mascot. And last but not least, I want to remind everyone that Randomite has respawned. Remember, they respawn weekly. So if you are free to play, feel free to break all of them. However, if you do have premium, please wait for premium PSO2 day, because you will get an extra 50% rare drop rate, which is actually going to affect the amount of minerals as well as the quality of minerals that you get for breaking Randomite. As I said before, you know, it scales off rare drop rate. So make sure that you just wait a couple more days until premium user PSO2 day, then break them. But again, if you are free to play, this doesn't apply to you. Feel free to break all of them, because you're not going to get the extra rare drop rate on premium user PSO2 day, since that only applies to premium users.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.